spring equinox meditation. Begin by making yourself comfortable, whether you're sitting or laying down, it doesn't matter. Just bring stillness into your body through movement if needed, allowing yourself to settle in to a position that feels comfortable. Allow your mind to be present in this moment. Allow your body to be present in this moment. And call in your energy if it's scattered or feeling like it's somewhere else other than present in this moment. Begin by tuning into your breath and allow yourself to take 3 long, luxurious breaths, filling your lungs fully and then emptying your lungs fully. Breathing in and out. In and out. One more. In and out. Equinox, equal night, equal darkness and light, balance, a new beginning, a return to the light, emergence, resourced, filled in rest with the internal fuel to emerge with freshness, life reborn, coming into fruition, lightness, vitality, ready, co-creating, receptive, patient, abundant, blossoming, even if nothing comes of this effort. The flowers will bloom even if no one is there to witness them. They open vulnerably to bare themselves to the world in hopes that what they have to offer will be shared. Giving of themselves without judgment for how or if their gifts will be appreciated. They may be appreciated for their beauty. In this way, their life is honored. They may be visited for their pollen by the bees. In this way, their legacy lives on. They may create shelter for an ant on a rainy day. In this way, their life was purposeful. They may be a contributor to the vibrancy that guides the way for pollinators, while they never actually realize this role individually. Without their presence, though, the light of the overall tree or bush or field of flowers would never have been seen, would have been missed altogether. And in this way, their life was empowered. Could we say that this life was unmet potential? Yes, in some ways, there were unmet potentials. Potential is infinite, and we hold ourselves to an impossible expectation if we believe that we will ever meet all of our potentials. This sounds quite romantic, to reach enlightenment or to realize our potential. Yet this also implies that there is a predetermined point we are seeking, that our possibilities for reaching them are finite. In quantum physics, we can either track the movement of a potential or identify its exact location. But as soon as we identify where it is, we can no longer track where it is going. If we are continuously chasing an outcome not realized, then we will never quite hit the mark. If we are only focused on where we are going and never where we are right now, we will feel disoriented and ungrounded, floating from one thing to the next without a feeling or a sense of purpose, or ever getting what we like to call closure, completion of a cycle, so that we can keep moving forward. We keep ourselves trapped inside this never-ending cycle because we are living somewhere that does not yet exist. Nature unfolds as she is ready. Nature takes her time and yet accomplishes everything. Is there a rush to accomplish, to achieve, to meet that potential which is the ultimate goal or intention of your existence? Nature knows exactly when it is time to unfurl, to unfold, and meet various potentials along our path. Each of these potentials are us completing a cycle. Embody stability and wellness and contentment and peace within each cycle, both in the beginning and as it closes, and becomes again something anew. A bud emerges from a tree. It may reach its fullest potential as a flower and then die away, and then be reborn again in a following cycle. We are not that flower or leaf. We are the whole tree, and yet we are the flower and the leaf and the pollen inside of it and the fruit that is born from it. We are the air that feeds it, and we are the rain that nourishes it. We are not just one, we are part of the whole. We are all interconnected. We are the collective, and we are the individual at the same time. And yet, it is not essential for us to always be aware of everything that we are and everything that we do not identify with. At times, it is essential for us to go within, to be more receptive. In our reception, we may actually be more productive than when we are consciously producing, when we are producing for someone else. And in those moments of production, we are also receiving, whether or not we are aware of it. We always have this balance, a natural cycle happening within us, receiving, producing, expanding, integrating, reflecting. We are never just one or the other. We are always both. Our awareness, though, may need to be on one or the other so that we are not overwhelmed. In the northern hemisphere, we are entering into spring. In the southern hemisphere, we are entering into fall. There is balance in the unity of our earth. When we zoom out and observe from a higher vantage point, when we look from a greater perspective. And yet, what we may feel internally is spring or fall, or perhaps internally we feel winter still very strongly, or maybe we are in our own personal summer. Perhaps that is where we are in our own internal cycle, while externally we are receiving and experiencing something that feels perhaps the opposite, or maybe that feels harmonious. There is no right or wrong way to experience these energies, because each of us individually has a unique relationship with what is happening externally and what is happening internally. The person standing next to us, or born just one moment later, is having a different experience than we are. Even our twin energies are experiencing something quite similar and also different at the same time. As we sit in this moment, in this energy of the spring equinox, in this transition, this balancing point, before we move forward, and as we move forward into this new energy, bring awareness into your cycles, both internally and externally. Allow yourself to expand and also to integrate, to listen, and to also speak, to move, and to be in stillness. What parts of your life are calling for more? And what parts of your life are calling for less? What wants to be born from you? And what wants to be received by you? Come into awareness of your breath. Your breath is a bridge between the mind and the body, between energy and spirit and earth. It is the great connector that brings all parts of our being, our awareness, into the present moment. It is our access point to our life force energy, our vitality, our creativity. The present moment always lives within your breath. So if you find yourself expanding out further than you are comfortable with, or going internally further than you need to, come back to your breath and come back to that moment of balance, that moment of awareness and presence, that moment of connection with your own life force energy. And do that as often as needed. I wish you a beautiful spring equinox